So today we are looking at the Mega OS Luna. So here is the boot menu of Mega OS. So let me quickly boot it. So the booting process will take 2 to 3 minutes usually, and this is the latest release of the Mega OS. Before it was like a Mega OS Sierra, but right now the codename is Luna. So the ISO file is released like 2 days ago. So I'm running it on the virtual machine right now, which is VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So I already made a lot of videos on this distribution, and I'm going to give all the information like what it's based on and what are the system requirements to run this Linux distro, and also the desktop environment and all the new features and all those things. So this is not an there is no official website, but I'm going to show you the official website of the RealitySoft and also the downloading process and all those things. So this loading thing will take a bit more than usual. So usually all Linux distros will take like 2 or 3 minutes in the booting process in my PC, but this is going to take a bit more. As soon as the desktop layout is loaded, I'm going to mention how much of time it's going to consume, and let's wait and see how much of time it's going to consume. As you can see, the mouse pointer is already visible on the screen. So I don't think there will be a bit more time here. I think it's going to be loading in 30-40 seconds, I guess. So I already posted another video in the YouTube. If you want to check that out, you can check it out, because I'll be posting 2 videos daily without missing any day. So if you want to watch that video, you can watch that video. So here is the desktop layout completely loaded. So looks like a cute fish OS wallpaper, but we are going to get all the information. So let me open the system monitor first, because I need to see how much of resource it's consuming, and I'm going to change the display settings later. So looks like KDE Plasma desktop environment. So the KDE Plasma version is 5.27.4. So the desktop environment right now is KDE Plasma, and the Mega OS version is 24.08.19, which is August 24th. And here is complete information. And the frameworks version is 5.104.0. Qt version is 5.15. So let's get to the memory and CPU. So right now it's consuming like a 1.4 GB of 8 GB, which I already mentioned. I'm using 8 GB of RAM for my virtual machine, which is a VMware. And CPU is pretty much under like a 20-25%. So we need to run like a 60 seconds. So we should be getting the CPU in a stable form. So let me first change the display settings. Let's right click and choose the display settings. Let me change it to 1920 into 1080, which is 16:9 ratio is my monitor resolution. And I'm going to keep this. So if you go back and if you scroll it down, you should be seeing about this system. So the code name is Luna, and the edition is a home edition. So here is the website. So here is some of the information like a graphics platform X11. The kernel version is 6.2.0-39. So the latest version of Linux kernel stable version is 6.10.6, but you are getting the 6.2.0. And also you are getting the older KDE Plasma desktop environment, because the latest version is like a 6.1.4, which has some CPU issues in my PC. I don't know it's for everyone, but every Linux distro which I tried with the KDE Plasma 6.1 has the CPU issues, because the CPUs were like going up to like 99%, 98% throughout the video. So that's the reason I tried in the bare metal in the virtual machine and installed in the virtual disk as well as the bare metal, but I had the same issues. I don't know, it should be an issue or like I'm facing that type of issues. So let's get back to the video. And here are the applications. As soon as you boot up, this will be running in the background. And also here is the history. As you can see, there is like a bit of crazy graph here. There is almost like a stable graph throughout like a 30-40 seconds, but here is some high peak for some reason, but I don't know. and here are all the processes running right now. So I didn't open any of the applications or anything like that. I just changed display settings. So these are all the things will be running as soon as you boot up. So I'm going to keep it on the overview, and I'm going to put the system monitor in the right side corner. So as soon as you boot up, you should be welcomed with an installation instead of the desktop layout. Just quit the installation, and it will directly take to the live boot. So don't try to install anything before trying in the live boot. If the Linux distro has a live boot, try the live boot first, and if you're satisfied, then go with the installation. Don't blindly just, even if it's showing as an installer, when you boot up the Linux distro like a Mega OS, so it popped up with the installation. I just quit it, and the live boot popped up. So you just need to quit and try the live boot. So let me go to the official website. So let me open the internet browser. Let's find the internet. So before everything, I'm going to show what applications you will be in the Mega OS pre-installed. In the development, you have the Android, and the graphics, you have like 5 applications here. In the internet, you get the browser and some other information here. Multimedia, VLC media player, and some multimedia things, and Office, LibreOffice, calendar, and all those things. Science and math, the LibreOffice. Settings, you get some settings here. And in system, you get the store and the file manager and info center, terminal, and all those basic things. Utilities, you should be getting like a wine tricks and some other things. And lost and found, here is the AI app, which I don't really recommend, but if you want to try it, you can try it, and I'm going to show you how it performs. So here is the help. So these are all the pre-installed applications you get in the Mega OS. So let me open the browser. So you get the Brave browser instead of the Firefox web browser. So if you don't like the Brave browser, you just need to download the Firefox or some other browser, whatever you like. So in this case, I'm going to keep everything default. I don't want to change, or I don't want to install anything, because I want to give how it performs as the default things. So CPU went around like 100% for some reason. So maybe because of the browser. So the Brave browser should be based on the Chromium, so I think it's going to consume a lot of resources, I guess. So let me make it bigger so you can properly see everything. So let's check the version of the Brave browser. Let's go to help, about Brave. And here is the version 1.68.128. It's based on Chromium 127.0 and point update. So let's go to the official website or the source code first, and I'm going to go through Reality Store later. So let me open, or let me search Mega OS and hit enter. So you get the different search engine, but you have the default Google here. So usually Brave's search engine will be different. So here is the source forge. In order to download from the source forge, you can directly type like a source forge, and you can just type in like a Mega OS. So this is the URL. If you didn't find the Mega OS, you can just go to the sourceforge.net and type in like a Mega OS, like this, Mega, and you should be seeing the Mega OS. So here it's not there, so I'm going to type in full like a Mega OS, and here you should be seeing the Mega OS distro. So here is the Mega OS advanced operating system designed to provide, so you get all the information here. I'm not going to read and make a video lengthy. So here is the ISO file. So let me open first. I'm going to show you the downloading process first. So go to the files, and here you should be seeing the code names, and the latest one is Luna. The older version or the previous version is the Sierra. If you want to go with Sierra, you can go with it, or Luna. So I already made the Sierra videos. If you want, you can check it out in my channel. I'm going to go with the Luna, and here is the home edition. There are some other editions also. I'm going to show you that also. So right now it's consuming, not consuming, it's 16.4 GB of ISO file. So the ISO file is pretty much 7 GB. So this is the ISO file. In order to download, you just need to click on the ISO file or the Mega OS Luna, and it's going to take like a 5 seconds and the download will start automatically. So it should be saying like a Mega OS Luna because the codename is Luna. So let me save it, and here is our ISO file. So I'm using a VPN and also I'm using a VMware, so it's pretty much slow. So you should be downloading with like maybe 15 minutes. So that's the time it took for me to download the 6.4 GB of ISO file. So that was the downloading process. So let me show you the Reality or something like a official website. So it should be something called like a Reality. Here it is, Reality INCL. I don't know, I'm sitting far from the monitor, so that's the reason I'm properly not saying it. So here is the information of the Mega OS Luna. So let me come closer and give all the information here. So the code name is Luna, and it says as a cutting edge operating system crafted to deliver a modern and intuitive compact computing experience. It boosts a sleek design and integrates advanced feature aimed to optimizing productivity, enhancing security, and providing superior system performance. So right now it's consuming pretty much, CPU is pretty much unstable. I don't know what to say, but so most of the KDE desktop environment will be having some issues. Now the latest versions, versions has some issues. So I don't know how it's going to perform on the bare metal, but on the virtual machine it's kind of a bit of as you can see, there is like a minor lag. It's not a major lag, but there is like a minor hiccups here and there. So I don't think it's a smooth experience right now in the virtual machines, but it's going to be a bit better in the bare metal, I guess. I don't know how it performs on the bare metal, but I may like expect maybe it's going to work a bit more smoother there. So in the virtual machine or the live boot, it's going to be performing very badly. Not too much badly, it's going to have like a hiccups here and there. So it's not a smooth experience. So here are all the information, like looks like a Windows 11. So it doesn't look like a Windows 11 for me, but it kind of looks like a Cutefish OS. As soon as it booted up, I thought like it was like a Cutefish OS, which is a Chinese Linux desktop environment or the Chinese Linux distro, which I already made videos on that. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out. So those videos also available, and it's kind of look like a Jing OS and the Cutefish OS mixture. So I thought like that. So I don't know how it is looking for you, but it looked kind of Cutefish OS and like a Jing OS. In the distributions are right now should be like a discontinued, I guess. So here you can go with the download. Here are all the information. If you want, you can watch the video, and if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade here. And here is the archive. Let's go and see. So these are all the older versions. So most of them are discontinued, but the Sierra is continued support, multiple options. And let's get back to the other things like a download. We already saw the SourceForge website, but if you want to run this Linux distro, you need to have this much of requirements. So before downloading and installing Mega OS, please ensure that your hardware meets the following requirements. So it says processor 2 GHz dual core or higher. I'm using like a i5 1240p, so it's pretty much latest version. And system firmware UEFI and legacy capable. And RAM, I'm using 8 GB of RAM, which I already mentioned. Internet not required, but I already have the internet also. Storage, you need to have like a 34 GB. I have like a 60 GB. And display, I'm using a 1920 into 1080 with a 165 Hz monitor. So I have all the requirements, and still I'm facing some hiccups here and there. And as you can see, there is CPU issues here. It's going up to 60% just using the mouse cursor, and for the Brave browser opening just 2 tabs. So this is the issue in my PC, and I don't know how it performs on your PC. So you need to have this much of requirements, and if you want tutorial, you can watch the tutorial here, and also the documentation will be here. So So if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade the Mega OS if you're using already. So these are all the things you need to do in order to install. So there is nothing complicated here. So installation tutorial is also available right here. If you want, you can go through all those things. So you just need to click here. When you go to the downloads, you need to go to the official website, which is this one. So if you want to find, you can click on here, or else you can just type this URL. I'm not going to provide any of the links because I don't want to. So I don't want to explain anything about that. So it's better to go to the SourceForge and click on here, or else you just need to type this URL, or else you just need to type MegaOS. If you type the MegaOS, it's going to show you the SourceForge website. It doesn't show you like this. You just need to type in like a RealitySoft maybe. So that was the some of the information and also the downloading process of the Mega OS. Let me open the terminal and type in some of the commands here. So we don't see any terminal on the dock. So let me open the terminal. Let's go to the system. Let me open the terminal and type in some commands. So here is our terminal. So let me make it bigger and type in some commands here. So let me try the NeoFetch. So you don't need to use the terminal anymore to install application software. So there is a RealitySoft store which is right here. So I'm going to show you that also. So let me type in NeoFetch first. So it says you need to install the NeoFetch. So let's try to install those things. Let me paste it. Let me click enter. So there should be no password. So just you need to type in like a Y is like a yes for it. So it's going to take a few seconds and we should be having our NeoFetch installed. So let me open the RealitySoft store in the background also. So it's going to take, you already know the software store should take a bit of time. So that's the reason I'm opening the software store right now. So after we complete this, we should be going to the software store. So you get the software store right here. So it pretty much loaded everything. So it's kind of same as usual. So I thought there will be some difference from every Linux distro of the software store because it's a kind of GNOME store. It kind of looks like a GNOME store. So it's exactly GNOME store. So here are the some of the applications. If you want, you can install by clicking on those things. So let's check the version about software. Here is the version 44.0 and you can change the preference. So here is the preference, and keep an eye on the CPU and RAM throughout the video. You should be seeing all those things. So if you want to customize, you can customize. I'm going to keep the software store here, and the RAM is almost like a 2.2 GB and CPU is pretty much 100%, 90-95%. So it's taking a lot of resources here. And here are some of the updates. So the ISO file is released like a few days ago, maybe like 1 or 2 days ago. So that's the reason everything is up to date. And here are the installed applications. You get the media player. So you get this all applications pre-installed. And if you want to explore and if you want to install any of the applications, for example, let me find any application here. So let me open the files. So it's going to take some time, and here is the install. So if you want, you can install. So here are some of the information. So when you scroll it down, you should be seeing some version information. So let's type in, for example, like I think VLC is pretty much pre-installed. So let me find Thunderbird. So I just want to type some random things here, or else like what do you call it, like I don't remember those applications, but anyhow, let's open the Thunderbird. So here are some of the information. You can also search for the Discord, I guess. So let's get back. So there is like a bit of delay here when clicking on back button. Let me find the Discord. So here is the application. So you get all the information here. You just need to scroll it down for the version and all those things. So let me close it. So let me try the NeoFetch now. So even the software store opened pretty much instantly. So here is some of the information, like operating system is a Mega OS, host is a VMware, kernel which I already mentioned 6.2.0, uptime is 22 minutes, packages 2234 dpkg, and shell bash version is a 5.2.15, and the resolution is 1920 x 1080. The KDE Plasma version is 5.27.4. If you want the latest desktop environment, you need to choose another Linux distro, but you are getting the 5.27.4, which is the older version. And also the CPU has the same issues. I don't know how it performs on the bare metal, so it's clearly up to you to judge whether to use this Linux distro or not. I am saying everything according to my PC and how it performs on my PC, so I'm going to give all my thoughts which depends on completely running on my PC. So let me type in INXI-SV8. So even INXI should be installed on your own. So you don't get anything pre-installed here. You just need to install most of the things. Let me install it. Let me paste, and it's going to take a few seconds here. Let me click on Y. And I think it's going to take a few seconds here. So instead of waiting for that, let's check the desktop features. So it's pretty much installed instantly. So let me type in INXI-SV8, click enter, and you should be seeing complete distro information right in front of you. I'm going to show you all the things. So it took a few seconds, so it was not a delay here. So it pretty much installed INXI instantly. So host already mentioned, kernel already mentioned. So compiler GCC, compiler not available. So 64-bit. KDE Plasma version already mentioned. TK Qt version is a 5.15.8. Distro is Mega OS Luna. Home LTS Lunar Lobster, I think. So machine, here is the machine information. Let me scroll it down. And these are all not the important things, so you just need to ignore those things. Here is the memory. Here is our CPU. You just need to pause the video and read everything here. So here are the vulnerabilities. So I'm going to show you the graphics information. So VMWGFX version is 2.20.0. And also we need to find other information like a display X11, server Xorg version 1.21.1.7. Xwayland version is 22.1.8. And you just need to scroll it down for additional information. So for the monitor information, here is the monitor information. So available resolutions. OpenGL version is a 4.3, Mesa is 23.0.4, and here are some other information of the audio. Pulse audio version is 16.1, and Pipewire version is 0.3.65, and ELSA version is right here. You just need to scroll it down for another additional information like network information, Bluetooth information, and the drives, partitions, unmounted USB. So these are all not that much of important, but if you consider it as important, you just need to pause the video and read everything. Here is the repos, and when you scroll it down, you should be also seeing the process, uptime, and the GCC version 12.3.0. INXI version is 3.3.25. Shell bash version, which I already mentioned. Process 248. Wakeups 153, init systemd version 252. So let me type in INXI. So this is the same command, but you just get the short information instead of complete information. INXI-b. So you should be seeing same information as the above. INXI-F. And let me type in INXI dash capital G, hit enter, and we got all the information from the terminal. Cat /etc /issue. So it says Mega OS Luna. So you got all the information from here. So it says it's based on Ubuntu. So it didn't say anything here, but it says Mega OS Luna home LTS is Lunar, which is Lunar Lobster. So these are all the information from the terminal. So there is literally no information about this Mega OS. So you don't get any complete information, but you just need to go to the source codes and official website, which is a RealitySoft. So you just need to get all the information from here. The KD Plasma desktop environment is the desktop environment you get default. So I'm going to show you the installation here. Let me double click on the installer. So let's see how much of time it's going to take. I think it's going to open the Calamaras installer, but I don't really remember from the Mega OS Sierra version, because it was a bit of so it was like maybe a month or 2 months ago. So it's pretty much very hard to remember, because I'll be posting 2 videos daily without missing. So and also I made like a 3000 videos of every Linux history. It's pretty much impossible to remember. So here is our installer. So first choose the language, click on next. So let's wait. So here is the language of the keyboard. Choose your language for the keyboard. And also you can test let me go back and show you. You can test your keyboard right here. And here are the updates and other software. So it completely stopped here. So let me quit it and reopen the installer, because I just kept pressing on the back button like 5 seconds. So it just didn't open or didn't go back. So let's try it again. And also CPU is 100%. RAM is almost 2.3 GB, 2.4 GB. So it's pretty much unstable on the hardware specs. So on the RAM side it's okay, but on the CPU it's pretty much unstable. So let's get back to the installer. Language selection. And next thing will be keyboard layout. You can test your keyboard layout here, or you can detect your keyboard layout here. Choose the language for the keyboard layout, click on continue. And the updates and other software. What apps would you like to install to start with? So it's better to go with normal installation instead of minimal. And also other options, if you want download updates while installing Mega OS, you can check, and also the third-party software. If you want to check this, you can check it. And when you click on continue, it's going to take preparing Ubuntu drivers. It's going to take like 30 to 40 seconds usually, and you should be greeted with another next thing. So I'm going to show all those things. So instead of waiting for 30 seconds, I'm going to show you the desktop features, which is date and time you get on the dock or the panel. So same thing as the KD Plasma, so nothing difference here. And we are back with our installation here. So here is the KD Plasma integration or the browser integration. So installation type, if you want to install as a single boot, go with the LS disk. If you want a dual boot option, you can go with the something else, but you need to create a partition before choosing this option. And on the advanced features, here are the options. So when you click on install now, it's going to give you the user account creation, and that will be the installation. The installation may take like 20 to 25 seconds if you have like a low-end PC, and also if the ISO file is like a beta version, development version, unstable version, then it's going to take a bit more time. And also there will be some issues when using the unstable version or a beta version, because there will be some issues like error signs, or maybe the installation may fail, and also the screen may frozen, and also the black screen. This type of issues will be found in the beta version. So that's the reason they say as it's under development. So that's the reason you need to go with the stable version or the stable ISO file instead of the beta version. And also if you have like a high-end PC, the installation may take a bit lesser. So that was the installation, because I don't want to make installation in the virtual disk because I need to make another video. So we got pretty much everything from the Linux distro. Let's check some desktop wallpapers, and let me open some applications and do the stress test. So on the wallpaper side, you get a bunch of wallpapers like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 12 wallpapers. So only wallpaper you are seeing right now is kinda like a cute fish OS, but these are some different wallpapers. And you don't get a HD wallpaper, you just get some like a 720p quality. I'm seeing some like a not a clarity wallpaper here. It doesn't have some quality wallpapers. So let's choose some other wallpapers. So it kind of looks like some 720p quality. Let me choose another one. So this one is like a bit of maybe 1080, but it doesn't look properly. So I'm just going to choose the default wallpaper, and let's check the about information. Here is the information. So we saw almost everything. So let me see another things. Like let me open the AI. So already showed in previous Mega OS videos, but let me show you again. So instead of some shortcuts, they just gave the application. So let's try the AI tool. So the name is Eland for Mega OS version 1.1. So let it load. So still it's taking the time. What's on your mind? So let's find some random things. So I hope we get any answer here. I typed some wrong thing here. Instead of GEMINI, I just typed wrong. So I'm going to see whether it's going to work or not. Let's try it again. And we are not getting any information here. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. So I'm just going to keep it like that, and I'm going to see other applications. Let's open the Android. So I'm going to open a bunch of applications to see whether this distro will handle day-to-day tasks, because a normal user will be opening like 4 or 5 applications. So that's the reason I'm going to open a bunch of applications here. So let's go on the internet. Let's open the browser. Let's even open some office suites like a LibreOffice. Let's even open the software store. So I think our AI is back, I guess. So let's minimize everything. Let's see the AI tool. So ChatGPT. So it's working pretty much after a few seconds. Not a few seconds, almost a minute. So let's try it again. What is Eland? So let's get back to the AI tool. So I don't find AI tool here. So here it is. What is Eland or the Eland? So hope it's going to give some answer here. World's largest antelope species. So instead of giving some information, it's showing something else. So let's try the Mega OS. So let's find it. So let's wait and see. The modern and powerful. So here is the AI working. So it's consuming a bit of time instead of like a ChatGPT and Gemini. So it's taking a bit of time. So let's type another thing. ChatGPT. This is Gemini. Let's click send. So let's see whether it gives answers or not. ChatGPT and Gemini differ in features. So it's working, but it's taking a bit of time. So it's clearly up to you to test or not. So here is our search. You can search applications here. So when you search here, you should be seeing applications right here. So there is also a search in the distro. Let's open the file manager, and also let's open the utilities. We have anything, Winetricks, and there is a mousepad, which is a text editor. Under the office, we already opened the LibreOffice. On the internet, we already opened everything. So let's see how much of a resource it's consuming after opening a bunch of applications. So right now it's consuming like a 3.4 GB, and also CPU is around like a 75-60%. It's pretty much unstable throughout the video, so it's clearly up to you to judge. So these are all the applications running, and here is our RAM consumption, and here is the history. As you can see, CPU is pretty much unstable. You just need to ignore because all the applications are opened at once, so that's the reason these are all the you are seeing a bit of a high graph. So you need to wait for all the applications opened, and you need to see the CPU resources. But in this video, pretty much from the beginning, the CPU was pretty much unstable, so I don't know what to say about this distro. So these are all the things happening in my PC, and if you want to test it, you can test it on your PC. And always try it in the live boot or in the virtual machine. Don't try to install it in your main PC or work PC, because if you already have the stable running Linux distro, don't try to ruin those good Linux and install this type of Linux distros. You can try it in the virtual machines or some non-using PCs, but don't try it in the main PC or work PC, because I don't want you to ruin your PC if it's already working properly without any issues. Don't just go with the some aesthetics things or like a fashion things. Go with the always the stable working Linux distros and a well-known Linux distros, so which works for you. And also you need to see how much of years it's going to support, so you need to consider all those things and go with these Linux distros. So right now it's consuming like a 4.4 GB of RAM for these applications. So we are not using a bit of heavy resource consuming applications other than like a Chromium based browser and some few applications, maybe like LibreOffice and Android emulator. So these are all the process and also the hardware specs running right now. So it's consuming a lot of resources in my PC. I don't know how it performs on your PC. So if you want to try it, you can try it in the virtual machines. If you're a normal user, it's better to stay with the good Linux distro instead of some random Linux distros. But if you're a distro hopper or if you're a Linux tester, you can try it. It's a new Linux distro and the version is released like 2 days ago. So let's check the applications information and end the video. So here is the About Office. The version you get is a 7.5.9.2. And Winetricks. Here is our KDE Connect. I don't have any phone right here. Let me close it. The mousepad version 0.5. Here is our file manager. So icons are changed, so that's a good thing. So by look wise it's good, but on the performing side it's not performing good on my PC. There is like some minor hiccups here and there, but there was no issues like a not responding sign or any major lag or any applications crash. So there was no such things, but there is like a hiccups here and there. So there is no smooth experience, so that's an issue. Even if I have like a good RAM and all those things, I don't know how it performs on the bare metal. If it's going to perform on the bare metal, then it's okay, but if it's going to perform same as this one, then it will be an issue for me. So let's check the Octa version. Here is the version. And Genymotion. About Genymotion, here is the version 3.7.1. So we pretty much covered everything, I guess. So there is nothing left in the video. So at the end of the video, these are all the resources and these are all the applications running in the background. And here is the history. So there is some browser also in the background, which I already showed the version. So let me close all those things. And here is the software center, which I have already shown you. So if you want to search the apps, you can search here. So you don't get any customized software store here, you just get the GNOME software store. So you need to keep that in mind and decide whether to use this in Next or not. So at the end of the video, these are all the resources. So it's going to be like a 3.3 GB if we wait for a few seconds, and I'm going to end the video here. So these are all the videos of the Mega OS Linux. So these were all the some issues and features. So I covered pretty much everything, I guess. So I'm going to end the video here. So let's check the logout screen, and I'm going to end the video here. So it has like a cute fish OS wallpaper. Other than that, you get the KDE Plasma desktop environment. So here is the live session user, and there is nothing on the logout screen. So I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.